Okay, boys and girls, let's get started. I am so super excited. So if you are just joining me, I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. If you are just joining me, welcome to Hanging with Mrs. Hayward. This is the activity portion of the show, and today we are going to be working with an abacus. And there's so many great activities that we can do with an abacus. So the first thing I want to do is I want to ask you, boys and girls, how many, I want you to take a guess, how many beads, purple beads, do you think there are right across the top in this row right here? How many do you think there are? Take a guess. And when you make a guess, you don't have to be right. So take a guess. What do you think? Evelyn walks, bikes, dances, and parties. Nice. Just pumped up the tires. Sweet. Leah says 10. Leah thinks that there's 10 across here. Good. Interesting. What do you think? Oliver says he thinks there's 10. Do you have one of these at home, boys and girls? Because if you do, you are going to have some fun. Denver says 12, good guess. Emma says 10, Dylan says 10, Maddie says 10, Evelyn says 10, Gia says 10, Ella says 10, excellent. Leah has one, Emma does, Dylan counted though, that's okay. You don't. Okay, that's okay. No worries if you don't have one. All right. Okay, and Clara said 10. Excellent. Even if you don't have one, this is still a great fun little lesson that you can do. I got this actually. I'm pretty sure that I picked this up from IKEA, but you could also pick this up from Scholar's Choice or Amazon. Easy peasy. Okay, so but this is really, you can just do this here too. Don't have one at home, but at school and one at grandma's. Okay, ready? Let's watch this. So we're going to count the first row. 1, count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when I look with my eyes and I see I have 5 here, and I look over here and it looks kind of the same. So my math brain says, that's interesting. So maybe 5 is half of what the total answer is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job if you were with me. Excellent. So there is 10. So if you said 10, you're correct. If you said something else, if you said 12, that was a very close guess. And you know what? Guesses are just that. You do not have to be right when you make a guess. Okay, so there is 10 there. So let's go back to what Mrs. Hayward said the first time. When I said there's so many great things that you can do with an abacus. So when I got to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many do I know now is over here? Because we said there's 10 all together. So if there's 5 here, how many are here? How many are here? Can you see that okay? Can you see that okay there? Just playing with my set a little bit there. So if there's 5 here, how many are here? Ella says 5. Excellent. Leah says 5. Excellent. Yes. And remember, going back to our math lesson that we had earlier this week, when we were doing the math questions, we know that 5, when we looked at the ways to make 10, oops, I don't want to miss anyone. Ella said 5. Althea, 5. Julia, Madeline says 5. Denver says 5. Gia says 5. Welcome, Isaiah. Oh, my childhood best friend is watching right now. So super excited. And her little boy. Okay, so when we went to, we did 5 plus 5 equals 10. So there's 5 over here and there's 5 over here. So this is how we're showing how we can adapt this lesson. So for our little ones that are just beginning, they can count by ones. So that's what we would expect from them, counting by ones up to 10. When they are ready, you can start to expose them to halves, right? So we have 5 here and 5 here, and that is half of 10. And that is how one way that we make up 10. We can also do our other ways to make 10. So remember yesterday or the other day when we were on the board and we put a big 10 and we showed all the ways to make 10? Well, we can do that again using this Abacus tool. So tell me another way to make 10. What are some of the ways that we can make 10? Pop them down below and I will show them. Tell me just one way. Mrs. Hayward needs some hand lotion. My hands are a bit dry here. Yes, finally. Hi, Annetta. An awesome teacher that I work with is watching too. What are some ways that we can make 10? Excellent. Okay, stop. Don't pop 10 too many down. Okay, Olivia says 3 plus 7. So we move this back over here and we go 1, 2, 3. So now we've got 3 over here. And how many do we have over here then? How many do we have over here? Let me make sure I pop down everyone's good thinking because I see some Peters there. How many do we have over there? Olivia says 7. Good job, Olivia. Amazing. So we have 3 over here and we have 7 over here. So 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that 3 plus 7 is 10. Excellent job. So if I was going to write that like a question, good job, Maddie, I would write 3 plus 7 equals 10. Right? Good job, Chelsea. Good job, Ella. Excellent. So we're just working with the number 10 because it's a nice, easy number to work with and manipulate with. So it's one that you can have a lot of success with and you become familiar with it. And remember how we've been talking about patterns in math? When we help our children to see the patterns, then they can use that and apply that to the larger, bigger numbers. So for example, if we have some children watching right now, they could be using many more numbers in the abacus. Okay, so I'm gonna go to, and I hope I didn't miss anyone. If I did, I apologize. But Leah and Ella said this one. So this one starts with a 9, their problem. So let's count it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they said 9 plus what? 9 plus what? Pop it down below if you know it so I can give them a shout out, boys and girls. Moms, let me know if they're saying the answer. 9 plus what? Or dads, sorry. Moms or dads. We have quite a few dads actually watching. Mr. Hayward is watching with Chelsea. Kevin is watching with Charlotte and Madeline. Clara said 1. Excellent, good job. Leah said 1. So we know that 9 plus 1 makes 10. See, you are some math wizards today. 9 plus 1 makes 10. Good Good job, Chelsea. You got it. So now we've already seen 3 ways to make 10. Okay. Another one, this one comes from Evelyn. Okay, so Evelyn says, her question was 6. It started with a 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many are left over here? Tell me the answer. How many are left? Good job, Leah. You got it. Good job. Leah's got it. I'm just going to wipe my board down so we can add that. Leah's got it. Olivia's got it. Good job. Chelsea's got it. Ooh, I'll come to yours, Dylan. And if you said 4, you are correct. Good job, Emma. Excellent. Althea, let me just write, Emma's name down. Thank you. 8 plus 2 is 10. Oh, shoot. Okay, and Julia got it. Emma got it. Clara got it. Stevie got it. Excellent. So that now makes 6 plus 4. Isaiah's still on 4. That's okay. That's great. So Isaiah is here counting those 4, and that's perfect. I'm pretty sure Isaiah is not even yet in kindergarten yet. So I wouldn't expect him to be doing addition at this stage. We would still be working on the counting skills. So that's what's so great about this activity is you can modify it for where your child is. And as I always say, it does not hurt to expose them to higher things. They can see it. We don't expect them to get it. But as they get exposed, as they start to see it, they become quicker to pick it up. So when they're ready, it just clicks. And that's what I did with Chelsea quite a bit. So I would expose her to things when she was really young, and when she was ready, she just picked up on them. So I didn't expect that she would learn it. I would have the easy part of the lesson, but then push just a little bit more and show just a little bit above where she was, so that when she's ready, she will get that. Maddie says 4. Good job. Excellent. So 6 and 4, we put them together, and then we get 10. So the thing that I really like about this is that it's a visual for kids to see how addition works. Addition means adding together. So when we have our 6 and our 4, 6 plus 4, and we bring them together to find the total amount, to find the sum. And that's a fancy math word that you will learn when you're probably in grade 1. That was a grade 1-2 word. So 6 and 4, we bring them together to find our total sum. Great job. Okay, so let's do one that Dylan had. Isaiah did it. Good job, Isaiah. What? You must be gifted. Okay, let's do Dylan's. Okay, so her problem starts with an 8. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 over here. How many do we have left over here now? How many are left over here? Pop your answer down below. Leah says 2. Good job, Leah. Great job. Chelsea's got it. Ella's got it. Olivia's got it. Clara's got it. And this is what it looks like. It looks like now 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. So we have our 8 and we have our 2 and we bring them together and the total sum is 10. So it's really interesting to point out to boys and girls that there's so many different ways to make 10. We can make 10 like this, we can make it like this, we can make it like this. And remember how we talked about the opposites thing? So if we said, for example, let's do that right now. So Dylan said 8 plus 2 equals 10. So what would be the opposite way that we could play with these numbers, switch them around? How would we switch them around? These same numbers. How do we switch around 2? And how do we switch around these numbers to make the same problem equal 10? Instead of 8, what do we start with? That's your hint. What do we start with? Good job, Leah. Excellent. So, and that's something that's really important to get children to think about as well. These are some examples of patterns in math. So if we can look at patterns in math like this will help us also when we move on to multiplication. So we do the same thing with multiplication. So when we know 8 plus 2 is 10, we also know that 2 plus 8 is 10. Good job. Excellent. Good job, Ella. Good job, Dylan. Great. So let's try that new one. So 1, 2. We only have 2 over there. So how many are over here? Tell me how many over here, boys and girls. Pop your answer down below. Just making sure you can see it all in here. There we go. We have 2 over here, so how many does that mean are on this side? How many does that mean we have over here? Good job, Leah. Excellent. Good job, Maddie. Let me put that right up there for you in case you're counting. Clara counted 8. Good job. Natasha counted 8. So if they're counting going like this, that is super. That is amazing. They don't have to just know it in their head. We sometimes think that there's a rush to mentally do math in our head. But rushing past the manipulative materials and not spending enough time with the manipulative materials means that sometimes children will get the right answers, but they won't understand the why. They won't understand how they got the right answer. So that's why I'm a big proponent of manipulative materials all the way up in the grades. So I've used manipulatives with my grade 4 students and like rocking it. So I just want them to really understand the why of concepts so that they really, really grasp a concept. So don't think that, you know, if they're still using counters to do addition or little dinosaurs, if they're doing that at home, that is not a bad thing. That is a good thing because it helps us to make the concrete stronger so that the abstract concepts are really tricky. So we want to stay and make it as clear so that kids understand the whys in math. Okay. Clara got it, Gia got it, Ella got it, Evelyn got it. Amazing. So this was 2 over here. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you said 8, give yourself a pat on the back. There is all your 10. So we know that 2 plus 8 is a total or a sum of 10. Great job. Excellent work, boys and girls. You did amazing today. So as our final wrap-up activity, I'm just going to show you one more fun thing that you can do with the abacus. Is you can count, obviously you could count by ones all the way down. And I'm going to ask you a big question. Take a guess, and I'll give you a hint. It's a big number. Take a guess if you can guess how many beads are on this whole abacus. How many beads do you think are in this whole abacus? Take a guess. This is like the jelly beans in a jar guessing thing. So guess, how many do you think are in here? Emma. Emma, you are smart. That was fast. Ella, good guess. Good guess. The great thing about guesses is you don't have to be right. You don't have to be right. Clara said bigger than she can count. Okay, excellent. Ella then said, okay, Ella also got it. She got it. She corrected herself. Olivia got it. Emma got it. Right? We don't have to be right. Some of our best and smartest people made mistakes. That's how we learn. So making guesses and being wrong just means, guess what? I'm super smart. Okay, so I'm going to show you a great way that we can count. So if we're a little older, if we are in grade 1 or 2, we can do counting by tens. So let's do that, and we'll find out what our total amount is in these beads. So I just want to make sure you can totally see what I'm doing here. Okay, so stay with me. Help me out if you know what they are. Ready? We're going to count by tens. This is a skip counting exercise. So if you're looking for what the expectation is on the curriculum, it's called skip counting. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So when we learn to count by tens, we can get all the way to 100 pretty fast. So we know that these are all tens because we can see with our eyes, well, we counted with our eyes the first row, and we know that's 10, and we can see with our eyes that they are all the same. So it's easy to use our strategy of counting by tens. So the reason why we do counting by tens is because it's faster. If we were to count this by ones all the way to 100, that would take us a long time. So counting, skip counting, is a strategy to count faster and to stay organized. Isaiah's playing but loves your voice, and he keeps coming back to the camera. We are practicing to sit still. That's okay. That's awesome. I know some parents say, oh, you know, they're having a bit of trouble paying attention, even Chelsea too. And that's okay. They can come and go, but they're hearing things, they're getting exposed to things, so they can do their best to learn to sit still. And we're gonna add we just added the new exercise component in the middle so we can have a little bit of a break, because this is a long show. And so typically in the classroom, we would have a break between doing something like a reading exercise and then another sitting exercise too. So I'm trying my best to mimic it. Dylan says her friend in SK taught her to skip count. What? Good job, Dylan. And love your heels. Love it. I'd love to see a picture of you in your heels. Okay, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in. Parents, if you could do me a huge favor, if you can click the share button and share this on your news feeds or in your city or moms groups, or parents groups, I would love that. Follow me. I will be here every Monday to Friday at 11 o'clock. So follow me back here. Follow the page so you'll get notifications. So if you don't follow the page, you won't get notifications about when I go live. So parents, I would appreciate you so much if you could share. And thank you so much, boys and girls, for all your hard work. Have a great weekend. I am so proud of everything that you did. Okay? Have a great weekend. Happy Friday.